Hi everyone, welcome back. We are going to do a lightning round with Shusara, and what I like about these is that what I do is I set up slides for her, and it's going to be so that she can explain what's on the slides. So this week we have Shusara's quotes, and we are going to do one where they're quotes that you can see on Instagram or Facebook, and just maybe explain them some more, or apply the teachings to them, things like that. So I hope you enjoy. And this one is, once again, it's Shusara Akona Kumara's quotes. So we'll go ahead to the first one.
Okay.
All right, so lightning round with Shusara. And the first one, the first one, this one was actually a poem that you did.
Yes.
And I like this one. This is the very first posting of yours that you had put up. And it's, I am a seeker, I am a teacher, I am both. A seeker who teaches, a teacher who seeks. You are no different, you are both. Seeker to some, teacher to others. Yet in highest truth, we are not even that. For the seeker is the sought, and the teacher is the essence taught. We can never be what we are not. Netty, netty, not this, not this.
Yes, and that even comes with a typo. At the very bottom, netty. Thank you for saying it properly. As soon as you pulled that up, I was like, oh boy, I know I never fixed that quote. It still says the Shambhala Center on it too.
It does.
I love the image on this. I really love that. Oh, I love this poem. This poem came out of direct experience. And of course, all the quotes I've given do, but this is a little special to me because it actually came forward as a piece of poetry. And okay, so I'll just kind of go through it. So I am seeker, I am teacher, I am both. A seeker who teaches, a teacher who seeks. So if we take this from the vantage point of anyone who would be listening to this, you are this. Now I'm looking at it from my vantage point, of course, but you can apply yourself. And you could apply yourself even using these words. Aren't we all seeker in some way or other? And aren't we all teacher in some way or other? If you're a mother, you're teaching your children. And if you're a boss, you're teaching an employee. And we all have moments of teaching. And we all have our moments of seeking. So you are both. You are the seeker who teaches and the teacher who seeks. You are no different. You are both. Seeker to some, teacher to others. I think that kind of speaks for itself. Yet in highest truth, we are not even that. For the seeker is the sought, and the teacher is the essence taught. So in highest truth, we're not seeker. We're not teacher. The one who seeks, in highest truth, is the one that the seeker is seeking. The one who seeks is the one that is sought after. The one who teaches is already the essence of that which is taught. And we take, this is taking it to the highest light, meaning that the seeker is a concept, and it's a concept born of the personal self, or what you may know as the ego. And the teacher, again, is concept, and that concept is born out of ego. And you are not the ego in highest truth, you are God. So if we look in highest truth, you can't be the seeker, you can't be the teacher. And while on one level, you are both, on another level, when you can back up and see it from a grander perspective, you can't be either. Because to limit yourself to seeker or to teacher, or to both seeker and teacher, would still be to limit oneself. And as God, there is no limit to that which you are. So from that space, we can never be what we are not. Neti neti, which means not this, not this. So no, I'm not seeker, and no, I'm not teacher. Ultimately, I am God. And yeah, I really love. Thank you for bringing this up tonight, because I haven't read this in a while, and I really do love it. Yeah, I love it. So does that kind of put it all into perspective, do you think, for people who would be reading that for the first time?
It does. And for me, it just hit me on a whole new level when you said even being a seeker is a concept.
Yes. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And it just hit me all these things that I was like, oh, and that's connected, and that's connected, and that's connected. Like I'm just going through like all these things, and I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, and that's the brilliant moment. Like that's what this came out of. This came out of the direct experience of that knowing coming in so strongly that goes, oh, wait a minute. I've identified as seeker. I've also identified as teacher, but what is it that I can really see here? I'm actually both.
Yeah.
You know, does the teacher ever stop seeking? Well, no. And does the seeker ever stop teaching to some degree? Well, of course not, right? So, oh my gosh, I can be both. And then what is our job in doing the level of work that we do? Our job is to take whatever it is and take it to the highest light possible to see it from there. So as I looked at it and I saw, I really am both. Simultaneously, both. And then it was like, but wait a minute. I'm neither, am I?
Yeah.
You know, consciousness identified as seeker, consciousness identified as teacher, but both just identifications and both limiting to that which we are.
Yeah.
And that is the point, to always take it to the highest. Yes, I can seek. Yes, I can teach, right? But it doesn't make me seeker and it doesn't make me teacher, right? On one level, yes, they seem to be playing out as seeker teacher. But on another level, it's just consciousness who in the moment seeks, and consciousness who in the moment teaches, but no identification with either of the concepts.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Neti neti. It's a beautiful little phrase to remember all the time. And I used to use that on myself for a while. It was like my little internal catchphrase. So I'd be out in the world and be kind of just watching and looking around and observing for the moment when identification might be trying to lock in, and to remind oneself to look and just to go, neti neti. No, I'm not this. I'm not this. I'm not this. I'm not this. Right?
Yeah.
And that's a really good game to play with oneself, you know, as you're doing this kind of work, just to constantly remind yourself that, no, I'm not this. Whatever it is, I'm not that. Yeah.
It's a good reminder.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Neti Neti from a long time ago.
Long time ago, yeah.